What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grant. You're watching Sub Urban Nerd. This channel where I give my nerd reviews. On today's nerd news, I also give movie reviews. And today's movie I'm going to be reviewing is Rhythm Section. It's a feeling, rhythm is a section. I don't think the word actually goes like the song actually goes like that, but the movie. If you guys haven't seen any of my reviews, pretty much what I do, I tell you a gist of what it is, what the movie's about. Then I kind of give my pros, my cons, and I give a grade at the end. And you know, that's my pretty much opinion. So I'll tell you right now, right off the bat, I like this movie to a point. Because this movie, if you don't know, Blake Lively is playing this regular girl. I think it's Stephanie or something like that. But it starts off actually after the fact of what happened, which is her whole family gets killed in a plane accident. Not plane accident. I guess the plane gets blown up. It's a terrorist attack, so her whole family dies. And then when you start off, she's like a prostitute or something like that. And the reporter gets in contact with her, lets her know that he knows who took out her family. She kind of gets in contact with another person that knows him, and then which is played by Jude Law, he goes and trains her to pretty much avenge the deaths of her family by becoming this assassin or whatever, right? Now, this is not a concept that we've not seen before, because we've seen it, and I've seen it done a little bit better in other ways. Like, say you take a regular person and turn them into a killing machine. So, sort of like movie Anna, which came out last year. That was pretty badass. She was really good, and she really kicked ass. Another movie that I was surprised at how good it was American Assassin, starring Dylan O'Brien from the whole Maze Runner thing. He was kick-ass in that. He was certified kick-ass. I think with him, he trained on his own for about 3 years. Then he got trained by what's it called? The Batman. What's his name again? Michael Keaton. He gets trained by Michael Keaton to hone his skills even more. And I think it's about like 2 to 4 something years that before he becomes like the badass. And then another movie, like say Peppermint starring Jennifer Garner, where she disappears for 5 years, then comes back and you don't know what training she does, but apparently she's done some kick-ass training to become this killer machine, comes back and kills the whole Mexican cartel. So this is not a concept that is not done, you know, the whole avenge thing. It is something that, you know, sort of a cliche in a way. But what this movie does is it makes it sort of real, because not at any point did I feel like she was the baddest person in the room. You don't feel that, because this movie starts off like 8 months later, or 8 months earlier. So to the point where you're seeing her trying to assassinate the guy, it's only been like 7 months of training for her, and it shows, because though you see them training somewhat, Jude Law didn't really train her as far as fighting. You know, like that sort of had a little scuffle in a movie where like it was a good scene, and this movie has some good action scenes for the most part, but at no point does she seem like she could just take out a whole room full of people. She just basically gets by the skin of her pants, and I liked it and I didn't like it, because I liked it how it seemed real, like sure she wasn't the baddest person, but at the same time the basics that he was training her, go for the eyes, go for the balls. When she's fighting these people, she's just winging it. Like at some point when she's getting choked, and she's like, yo, get him in the eyes or hit him in the balls. Like that's what you do. Like she's struggling to try and move their arm. Like no, that isn't how he trained you. And another thing, one thing that I'm gonna just take a side note. Jude Law, Jesus, he's either a bad guy or someone training someone, or sometimes in a movie he's a bad guy who trains someone, sort of like what he did in the Captain Marvel movie, which I did like him in that, but he turned out to be bad, spoiler alert. But going back to this, at no point does you feel that she's the baddest person in the room. And like I said, action, this movie, this is not an action film, because I don't know if they try to make it seem like that from the trailers, commercials. This is like, the pacing's slow. It's up and down. They have some decent action moments, like car chase scenes, but nothing that I haven't seen done better in other movies, you know? So the car chase scenes, they're not all that, you know, they're from like this, from like you're in the seat in the car with her, and that's pretty cool. But we've seen it in like Bourne Identity or Bourne Supremacy. Like those car chase scenes kills this. It does. You know, this is no comparison to that. but you do feel the franticness with her because, like I said, she's no professional. She's just getting by from the skin of her pants, so she's just literally just trying to survive. Until, like, you know, the end where she's getting a little cold. You see how this killing people is sort of changing the person, but at the same time, you see that she doesn't really want to be this person. She's just trying to, and when there's consequences due to her actions where innocent people die, she definitely feels like she hurts for it. But at the same time, she has a goal, and the goal is to get all the people that killed her family in the terrorist attack. So that movie, like I said, this movie is decent. It's decent, nothing spectacular. Action scenes are okay. Nothing like super extraordinary for the most part. And I did like Blake Lively. Blake Lively, she's a really good actress, and she did a decent job in this action movie, but it wasn't like the action movie that they made themselves out to be. It's more like slow paced and more like you're watching her, and then even when the action kicks in, it's nothing super like, I guess it's a little bit more organic, but it's not so much fluent that, you know, you're used to seeing something like I said, American Assassin, once he trained, he's taking these people out. Jennifer Garner, when she trains and she comes back as Peppermint, she's knocking out these people. As Anna as well. Anna, like, if you haven't seen a trailer, there's a scene where she walks into a restaurant and literally takes out everybody with dishes. So this movie, as far as compared to them, it pales in comparison, but as far as what they're trying to go for, I did end up enjoying myself for the most part. So if I had to give this movie a grade, I'm going to probably give this movie a C+. I'm giving it a C+ because I appreciate what they were trying to do, and as far as realistic, yeah, this girl in 7 months was not professional hitman, but at the same time, there was nothing super extraordinary about it, like I said. So that's my grade, a C+. And hopefully you guys like this review. So if anything, if you feel the same way I feel, if you feel like this movie did something for you, if you feel the action scenes are great and the hit on point for you, let me know in the comments down below. So thank you for watching this thing. Remember to subscribe. Remember to watch my last movie review. Check out my playlist movie review. Remember, I'm Wiz Grant. You've been watching Suburban Nerd. You've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next bang movie review.